So Libra, this is your tarot horoscope. So we've chosen 11 cards already. So let me see. Okay, one more. So from the 12, I'm going to draw 6. And then the other 6 I'll refer back to and we'll use for the new moon later on at the end of the month. And I will shuffle again. So we got the 4 of Wands in reverse. And then you got the King of Pentacles upright. So Libra, this is for you. I'm just going to be honest with you. There's been a lot of dark energy that's been going on around me in my life. And I don't even know why I'm sharing this with you, because you're a Libra. You're a good you like to fight for the truth and find balance in injustice and what's truly right for one. And yeah, I felt the need to tell you because I'm trying to channel you a message and I'm getting some interference, you know, within regards to my own personal life. So I have to step back, kind of, you know, clear my mind and so I can look at this. But I mean, you know, there's like stuff being thrown at me that I wouldn't even entertain and that has no business being thrown in my face. And that's the way a darker kind of magic can use your destiny, your astrology against you. And, you know, it's not right, because all that stuff leads to further karma that's going to come back or go back to the source tenfold. So, just a little disclaimer here. We never use magic. We never use the astrology or any divination tool or occult practice to harm others, first and foremost. So here we have the King of Pentacles. And then we have the Chariot. And honestly, in my opinion, if an energy does not feel like it serves your sovereignty, because we always have free will as an individual, as a creation of the universe of God's to enjoy in his beautiful created world. And if there's an outside force that feels too forceful, like they're forcing their own will of what this outside force is wanting upon your soul. Even you can say the universe, you know, has a job to do, and it could be, you know, just your astrology. However, we always have free will and we always have the choice. If it feels too forceful, it could most likely be a karmic trap. Just to let you know. That's why you got to really just feel and intuit. You know, what does it feel like? I mean, some things feel challenging, but if it feels like to the point where you're being psychically taken advantage of or attacked, then it's not good. It's not a good thing. It's basically some sort of dimension or portal open in your astrology, considering the astrology, and it's giving the upper hand to a more darker evil force to basically just not be so pleasant, just to put it in a nice way. And I can't say anything but just try to stay in your just have the attitude of gratitude and stay love-centered is a good way to offset any of that, or to, you know, create a nice healthy defense boundaries up, is to stay in a positive attitude and be grateful and stay love-centered, and just understand it for what it is and don't give into it. And if it feels too heavy when you're in an enclosed space, because that's when they can come in and just compress you, try to get out into natural law. Okay? And then we have the Eight of Wands here, upright. Then we have the Hierophant here, Libra. Libra, you know what? We're going to do your cards over, actually. I hope you liked the colors on the first 12 cards that I showed you, because lucky for you, you're going to see another 12, because we're going to do this over again. So, we're going to do this over again. And I just want to make it clear, since we're on the topic of you, Libra, and a lot of your chart does have to do with partnership and that whole dynamic. A true soulmate, you're going to be physically attracted to, and you can't be bribed into or bought into. That's going to be a true soulmate, first and foremost. And even a twin flame, there's going to have to be some sort of chemistry or physical attraction to some degree, okay? If not a lot, it has to be something, chemistry, something, in order for there to be that, in order for that to be even a reality. Otherwise, it's the other person's delusion. I don't even know if it's their soul, whatever, but it's a delusion on the other person's part. Nobody can just be attracted to you and think that just because they like you, that makes them you their soulmate. That it doesn't work like that, you know? And that's why, you know, some people and souls need to be respectful to other people and souls. And even any kind of influence in a different realm that's unforeseen needs to be respectful as well. Because you can't just force somebody upon you, because and you can't just bribe somebody with material things or a comfort in lifestyle if they're not receptive to it because they're attracted to you. That's not how a soulmate partnership type of dynamic, or even twin flame, in my opinion, works. Wouldn't you agree with that, Libra? I mean, that's codependency 101, literally. And I mean, we're on some Taurus energy, which is closed circuit, self-sustaining, self-container here. You know, taking care of one's own needs and not needing anything outside of one's self, other than creator. So, you know, I mean, in my opinion, you know, between me and you, I mean, I'm transgender. And, you know, in some cultures, you know, the Native Americans, they refer to us as two-spirited. That's completing a whole circle of masculine and feminine energy. Completing a whole circle. So you can be fulfilled in yourself. I think, in my opinion, this is just my opinion, that a soulmate doesn't necessarily have to have a mate. And a flame doesn't necessarily have to have a twin. That's just my opinion. You could be that to yourself. We have Gemini, which represents the twins. We have, let's see, we have Virgo, represents the Virgin, but I think there's two, I don't know if it's two different, you know, people in some form of mythos or another that is linked to the sign of Virgo. So, you know, even you don't always have to be, you know, tied to another. It sounds very karmic. But anyways, let's get your cards. I mean, that's something that I haven't done a lot of research on, is that whole, you know, soul contract, this, that, and the other. But I tell you what, I'm the type of person with a lot of 8th house energy, and I don't play around like that. If I'm not attracted to you, then, you know, there's no chance in you know where, HELL, that I'm going to feed into that at all. And I'll do it respectfully. And if I feel like my boundaries are being pushed upon, I don't want to have to be mean to somebody or another soul, because that's not me. But I mean, if somebody's going to cross that line with me, I don't mess around like that. And you know what? If I did that to anybody else, shame on me. And I wouldn't want nobody to do that to me, and I don't want to do that to anybody else. If nobody was interested in me, I'm not going to push myself on somebody and say, oh my goodness, you're my soulmate. No, thank you. And I just bring this topic up, Libra, because, you know, you are the scales. You represent in the natural setup of the astrology. You represent the seventh house there, partnership. So it was something necessary to bring up. So here's the World card for you, Libra. And then we have the Justice card, which is your card. Let's see. I want to show you these cards because they're really pretty. And your Libra energy, so you appreciate the aesthetics. Let's see. And there's something that I remember, like, hearing about. I don't know if it was research that I did, but I remember that sometimes in a life, if it's not, a soul may have some sort of connection or may have some sort of dealings with another soul, and it may not be appropriate in this life if they should ever cross paths. So I do remember, you know, that piece of information regarding, you know, soul connections, you could just say, or relationships, or, you know. And then the World card here. And excuse my voice, I've been working all day and you know, it's hot up over here in the chaparral in Southern California, and I've been up since 5 o'clock in the morning. And I'm an empath, so I mean, it's like, and I mean, I pretty much stay busy, and I'm like dealing with this and I'm dealing with a lot actually in my astrology because I have a lot of fixed energy. So anyone with fixed energy, a lot of fixed, Libra, I don't know if you have any other, you know, parts of your astrology, which you do, but I mean, if it's concentrated, like if you got like a rising fixed sign or your moon's in a fixed sign, you could be feeling a bit, you know, spent a little bit. Maybe not a little.